Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Georgia Lottery $10 20x the win ticket. This is part of the December 2024 series of tickets that came out in Georgia this past week. And this one is not a number match game. This is a symbol match game. So it works just like a number match game. You have your symbols, and then you try to find a match with the lucky symbols, and there's one symbol in the lucky symbols that is circled, and if you match that symbol, you win 20x the prize. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the Georgia Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 3.33. And looking at the prize structure, nothing too crazy is standing out, so we will mention taxes in Georgia for any prize over $5,000. They are automatically going to take out 29.75% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game, and so that is going to affect how I view the top prize. So instead of $1 million, I'm going to view this as $702,500. And with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 73 and 74%. This is above the minimum 70% payout that we look for on all tickets. I do want to go ahead and spoil it. This is low for a $10 ticket. We'll see how low as we go through the video. The other thing we do need to mention about the 73% payout is that it does include all the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to be seeing 73% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $100 prize level. So if you are playing this game, when you do win on it, you're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $10 and $100. There is a split there at the $100 prize level. It's about 82 to 18. So 82% of these $100 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 18% are going to join all the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 333 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $3,330 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that's important information to note if you are thinking about playing this game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 62 and 63%. This is also above the minimum 60% payout that we look for the bottom 99% of prizes on all tickets we review. And so we'll start to see how this compares to other tickets here on this screen. So on the screen, we are tracking the increases and decreases in Georgia $10 tickets. And this is a really important category of ticket to pay attention to because the values of these $10 tickets is pretty volatile, as you can see on the graph there. The data point for 20x the win is all the way over here on the right. So you can see this is a pretty terrible ticket. This is the lowest value on a $10 ticket we've had since the summer of 2023. So, this is the lowest value ticket we've had in about a year and a half, which is kind of sad. You can see there was a pretty big drop in value from the previous $10 ticket, the Golden Sevens that came out in November. And you can see we've had several $10 tickets over the past year that have been, pretty decent $10 tickets. This one is really, really bad. And so, this is definitely one that I would stay far, far away from and not ever even consider buying. If you are buying $10 tickets in Georgia, over here in green, you see the best ticket in every category. So if you're playing for overall value, the win either $50 or $100 ticket has the best value of any $10 ticket that has top prizes currently available. It might be the best one we have on this list altogether. This is a pretty good ticket. However, it's kind of one of those specialty tickets. There is no real top prize on there. So, if you're looking for a top prize, we'll kind of see on the next page where you would need to go for tickets. But If you're playing for odds, Jumbo Bucks has the best odds. However, the payout on that one is pretty low. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, win either 50 or 100, has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you're more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, $1,000 cash craze has the most money at the top. And this one is actually a pretty decent ticket. That's probably where I would be playing if I wanted to win a top prize. However, that's pretty tough for bottom 99%, so that's going to be a pretty brutal ticket if you're not winning those top prizes. And then if you're interested in top prizes, we're keeping track of that as well. But I do want to mention the decrease in value. Whenever you see values decreasing like this, you definitely want to hold off on buying the ticket, because with every ticket you buy, you communicate approval to your state lottery for what they're doing. This is definitely a situation where you do not want to communicate that to the Georgia Lottery. You want to communicate disapproval for sure. You want to say, hey, we see that you're decreasing the value. We don't like it when you do that. We don't deserve for you to do that to our tickets, and we're not going to buy them when you do it. And so this is a ticket that you want to definitely not buy. There's so many other options that you can buy instead of this one. Now here on this page, we're ranking Georgia $10 tickets based on overall payout. 7338 is the third worst $10 ticket we've seen on the channel. And so, yeah, I mean, this is just a really, really bad ticket. And we'll talk more about the value that's not in this ticket as we go through. But speaking of jackpot games, Cash Craze would be the best ticket with a jackpot that you could get. 50x the money is also a good ticket. And then you can see bonus bucks, and I probably wouldn't go much farther down than that because we've got some pretty decent tickets up here at the top of the list. Now here on this page, we're ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. 6226 is here in 10th place. And so this is an example of something that I hate to see on scratch tickets. When you have a ticket with a low overall payout that has a pretty high payout for the bottom 99% of prizes, this is a really, really deceitful thing to do to make a ticket seem a lot better than it really is. I love to see tickets with high bottom 99% payouts because I'm a more conservative player and I like to get more of my money back. But the overall value of the ticket needs to match where this is. So Georgia Lottery is just being super deceitful on this ticket, and that I hate it when lotteries do that, just because it's so unfair to the player, and it ought to be against the law for states to do this. Now here on this page, we are comparing $10 tickets across states. This is a really important screen because you can see where your state stacks up with other states in each category. So these $10 tickets, Georgia, let's see, 7338 was not even close to making the list, but Georgia does have quite a bit of representation on the right side of the screen here, which means that usually Georgia tickets are relatively competitive with what other states are doing. Not so much with the 20x the win ticket, but we really want to pay attention to Massachusetts, because in this category, Massachusetts just blows every other state out of the water. Massachusetts regularly puts out $10 tickets at 80% payout, which is really good for $10 tickets. Their best one had 81% payout. And so we have to ask the question, if Massachusetts can put out $10 tickets at 81% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why is Georgia putting out $10 tickets at 73% payout? That's ridiculously low compared to what Massachusetts is doing. It's over 7.5 percentage points less than what Massachusetts did with this Monopoly Doubler ticket. And that's a huge amount of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $10 price tag, and that's $100 million wrapped up in just one of these scratch games. And 7.5% of 100 million, of course, is $7.5 million that the Massachusetts Lottery is putting into the hands of its players on this Monopoly Doubler ticket, that the Georgia Lottery is stealing from its players on this new 20x the win ticket. I hate seeing scratch players get taken advantage of, but that is exactly what the Georgia Lottery is doing with this one. And so the only solution to this is to not buy the ticket. Now here on this page, we are ranking based on the bottom 99% payout across state. 6226 was good enough to make this list in 33rd place overall, and I need to switch the numbers here, but anyways, 33rd place. And again, this is just further example of just the deceitfulness of this ticket, how the overall payout is low, but the bottom 99% payout is high. It's intended to make the ticket seem a lot better than it is. And it ought to be, it's not right to do that. So yeah, definitely hate that the Georgia Lottery took that route with this ticket. Now, this page is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this ticket. The best $2 ticket we've seen on the channel came out of Georgia. It was called Fast 20s, had 75% payout. That's more than a percent and a percent and a half higher than what we're getting from this $10 ticket. Best $5 ticket we've seen also was a Georgia ticket, 77% payout for the Fast 50s. That's over four. It's almost 4.5 percentage points more than what we're getting from this $10 ticket. That's criminal. I mean, you should not have cheaper tickets with higher payouts than more expensive tickets. It's especially ridiculous to have a $2 ticket with a higher payout than a $10 ticket. But what the Georgia Lottery did with this Fast 50s ticket is they set the bar for every ticket that costs more than $5. It ought to have more value than this Fast 50s. So I'm looking for 78% on $10 tickets. And this 20x the win is so far away from where it should be. So this ticket is an embarrassment for the Georgia Lottery. They ought to be apologetic to their customers. And yeah, they need to look at, I feel like whoever approved this ticket needs to be fired because it's such a bad ticket and it's such a manipulative and deceitful way to treat the customers that are paying their hard-earned money to buy these tickets. Now, here on this page are the top 36 best tickets overall that we've seen on the channel. Plenty of $10 tickets here, but they're all from Massachusetts. And we need other states to be competitive with what Massachusetts is doing, because if they're not, then why don't we just all buy Massachusetts $10 tickets and get, the best bang for our buck. Here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets from the 6 states we're looking at. Again, plenty of $10 representation here, but 20x the win, not even close to making it. But that's about it for the Georgia Lottery. $10, 20x the win. Of the tickets that have come out this month, we've had some pretty bad ones. This one may be the worst of the bunch, just because it's so far below, the value so far below where it should be. Yeah, I mean, this ticket is an embarrassment. It's a shame that the Georgia Lottery would approve something like this that is just so manipulative and deceitful and unfair to the player. So please, please, please don't buy this yourself. Please, spread the word. Make sure that your friends and family and neighbors are not buying this ticket. Georgia Lottery needs to eat the cost of this one for sure. But that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.